It was insanity almost everywhere that paved the way for the new thought and cast off the spell of an old custom and superstition. In Nietzsche's search for the birth of morals, a special spot is reserved for the question of insanity or madness. Nietzsche assigns a value-creating role to the insane in section 14 of Daybreak. We read about the insane person as someone who is capable of disregarding the ruling morality of custom. In other words, thinking outside the box of accepted social behavior and introducing new ideas that break the mold is the role of the insane in society. The cover of insanity provides the person with plausible deniability. These radical, new ideas are not born out of rebellion against the system, and therefore there is no need to worry about them. The authorities think they are not dealing with a dangerous insurgent who might overthrow them, but they are simply listening to the ramblings of the insane. They can laugh it off, disregard it, or even ignore it as these so-called insane ideas take root. Insanity thus provides a cover for the dissemination of new ideas and allows them to take root in larger society. Dangerous new ideas, if presented in earnest, might provoke the ruling authority into stamping them out. By the way, we see the same idea in satire. The famous tale of Reynard the Fox was a biting indictment of the practices of the Catholic Church at the time, but it got past the censors because it was presented as a harmless fable about forest animals. In this way, the criticism of the Catholic Church was able to gain widespread circulation among the people. If the criticism of the Church had taken on the form of a sincere essay or serious book, the censor would have forbidden it. The criticism was disguised, and intelligent readers could read between the lines. The cover of insanity is thus used in a similar way. Smart radicals even fake their madness. All those superior men who felt themselves irresistibly urged on to throw off the yoke of some morality or other had no other resource, if they were not really mad, than to feign madness or actually to become insane. And this holds good for innovators in every department of life, and not only in religion and politics. In the popular imagination, we often pair genius with madness. So, we read about Nikola Tesla's famous obsession with pigeons or Newton's search for hidden messages and mathematical patterns in the Bible. And, of course, Nietzsche's own insanity at the end of his life. However, as Nietzsche points out, in the ancient world, the association ran in the opposite direction. Instead of assigning madness to genius, the ancients assigned genius to madness. Men of earlier ages were far more inclined to believe that, wherever traces of insanity showed themselves, a certain proportion of genius and wisdom was likewise present, something divine, as they whispered to one another. All the greatest benefits of Greece have sprung from madness, said Plato, setting on record the opinion of the entire ancient world. This ancient connection remains present in our vocabulary today. The word enthusiasm, for example, signified in Greek the presence of the divine in man. We see throughout the ages a degree of madness in the priestly class of nearly every culture. The priestly class, of course, being the main lawgiver class in most societies up until the modern age. Just think of the Greek oracles as the most famous example. The means of becoming a medicine man among the Indians, a saint among the Christians of the Middle Ages, an Angekok among the Greenlanders, a Pagi among the Brazilians, are the same in essence: senseless fasting, continual abstention from sexual intercourse, isolation in a wilderness, ascending a mountain or a pillar, sitting on an aged willow that looks out upon a lake, and thinking of absolutely nothing but what may give rise to ecstasy or mental derangements. With this little passage in Daybreak, we therefore see Nietzsche assign an almost systematic societal role for madness. But what about the modern age? This question is too big to ponder in such a short little video. But it is something to think about. If we take Nietzsche's proposition seriously, that madness has a role to play in society, even on an institutional level, where does this need find its expression today? And if it doesn't find expression at all, what are the consequences for society at large? Is it an improvement over the ancient ideal or not? We'll leave you with these questions. Tell us what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.